Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. So today I've got this very special, right? Nintendo PlayStation prototype. Take a look at that, man. It's crazy, isn't it? So look, it says Sony and PlayStation on there, right? So it's a Super Nintendo machine, and it's got this Super Nintendo game controller. Okay, so this is titled like this. This is who bought the rare Nintendo PlayStation prototype. Okay, let's read this. This looks really interesting, isn't it? You probably heard that they did make something like that before. They were like working together and all that stuff. We know, we now know who won the auction or selling of an ultra rare Nintendo PlayStation prototype, which was rediscovered in an attic in 2015. The winning bid of 300,000 USD, around 230 pounds, excluding $60 buying a premium fee, came from Greg McLemore, the founder of Pets.com. I'm looking to not have this machine just buried in a closet somewhere, McLemore told Forbes. Along with this collection, over 800 coin operating machines and countless other smaller games, trade magazines, and original art, he says that he wants to build a permanent museum in which he can showcase his collection. Oh, that's really cool, man. Okay. I'm entrusted to sharing my passion for gaming. Mac Lemore said, one of my areas of focus is the evolution of gaming, including how earlier arcade games inspired video games and how early video games influenced later innovation. I believe the Nintendo PlayStation fits in well with their this focus. Wow, it's really amazing. Isn't it? As Matt explained, when the month-long auction ended, the prototype was initially created as part of the doomed collaboration between Sony and Nintendo. It was intended to add a CD-ROM capabilities to the 16-bit SNES and was Sony a first foray into the world of gaming hardware. Famously, the project was terminated after falling out between both parties when Nintendo suddenly announced a partnership with Sony rival Philips, but Sony efforts would eventually form the basis of its own console, 1994's PlayStation. Around 200 prototypes for Nintendo PlayStations are believed to have been, but most were eventually scrapped, and only one publicly known to still exist. Only one? No way! That's amazing, isn't it? Let's just watch this.
Hey guys, Ian from Eurogamer here. With the PS4 being unveiled tonight, now's as good a time as any to take a nostalgic look back at past console reveals and how the big three hitters, Microsoft, Sony and Nintendo, handled them. Coming up, we'll be looking at the reveals for the Wii, the DS, the 3DS, the PS Vita, the PS3 and the 360. But first up, let's
Okay.
time travel right back to the millennium and check out Bill Gates announcing a brand new console called the Xbox.
It's very important to get the information out now that the world's best game developers will have the next year to create unbelievable games. So I'm announcing the Xbox, which we're marvelously...
Sounds awesome, Bill, but I'd also like some fries with that.
We wanted to make a platform that was designed by game developers for game
Yeah,
developers.
with bloody Xbox system built to PlayStation. Bill Gates.
So each month, we have to go to developers, talk to to them about the platform, talk about the tools and the architecture, so that when the product ships, there are amazing games available.
It looks like it could be a really neat concept. It's two-screen systems, never been done before. Well, I think everybody else is going to have to catch up.
Fast forwarding to 2004, Nintendo's big E3 press conference was chock full of news regarding the GameCube and Game Boy Advance. But it was also when President of Nintendo America, Reggie Fils-Aimé, whipped
Oh,
something
remember, yeah.
shocking out of his pocket.
What's
Well,
that?
the wait is over. This is Nintendo DS.
The dual screen system, yeah.
Yep, the first look at the Nintendo DS proved very popular, as you can tell from all the whooping journos in the room.
Here's a brand new Metroid game playing on Nintendo DS.
Oh god. Look at them guys screaming out Metroid Prime on dual screen. Looks cool, doesn't it?
The same way you'll be playing it tomorrow.
Like this on dual screen, yeah. I'll play this
It
game.
wasn't just Reggie who took to the stage. We also saw the fourth president of Nintendo, Satoru Iwata, drop some teasers about what would later become the worldwide phenomenon known as the Nintendo Wii, which at that point was called the Revolution. And while he was at it, he made some pertinent points about what a new console should actually be. Have a listen.
Today's consoles already offer fairly photorealistic expressions.
Okay.
Simply beefing up those graphics will not let most of us see a difference. So what should a new machine do? For both game creators and game players, new machine needs to do much more. They must offer an unprecedented play experience, something no other machine has delivered before. The definition of a new machine must be different. I want you to know that Nintendo is working on our next system, and that system will create a gaming revolution. Internal game development is underway. When the impact of the new home machine comes, our revolution will be there. I suppose I could give you a list of our technical specs. I believe you'd like that.
Interesting.
But I won't for a simple reason. They really don't matter.
They don't matter. What? What's next up? What are they?
Iwata was back on stage at E3 in 2005 to officially unveil the Nintendo Wii.
And now you say
Also Nintendo Wii's talking about.
you want a revolution.
With them Bluetooth controllers. Nintendo Revolution is called, yeah.
We've got one.
Woohoo! This system was awesome.
Mainly
Nobody
talking
could beat
about
this,
its
Tony.
backwards compatibility and the ability to download most of Nintendo's back catalogue over the internet, it was up to this cheesy VT to show
He
us
was
what the
amazing, this
possibilities
machine, wasn't
were
he?
for its revolutionary
He
new
actually
motion
beat
controller.
the PS3, Xbox 360 was from that era. Yeah, you're doing stuff like this with it. Oh yeah. Nintendo Wii with the Bluetooth controllers. Not even Sony PS3 and Xbox 360 could touch this. He actually defeated them and sold more. It's a good machine this was though still, isn't it? It's one of them. 2006?
2005 also saw the announcements of both the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Kaz Hirai, the president and CEO of Sony Corporation, took to the
They couldn't
stage
do
to
anything
blow
to the
our minds
Nintendo
by
Wii,
announcing
man.
the dawning of the
Both of these
digital
systems
decade.
were failures
Now,
compared to Nintendo
we're
Wii,
at
weren't
the
they?
onset of a new decade for the PlayStation family of products, what we're calling the digital decade. So let's take a look at what that will look like.
Probably immersive experience. Problem is, what he's trying to tell us. Ooh, that's amazing. What's this?
just looked like the beginning of a BBC Two learning documentary from the late 80s.
That was pretty rubbish. What the heck was that?
Well, that single clap from the audience shows just how well that went down. So hoping
It was
Ken
terrible.
Kutaragi, the father of the PlayStation, could do a better job at rousing the crowds.
Thank you for sharing your valuable time with us today. Every time when I have a dream, I can imagine our next voyage. I can feel a breeze. And today, we are so excited to reveal our third PlayStation portable home entertainment system. So, PlayStation 3.
Oh no, he fluffed it. Cue tumbleweed. So anyway, after all the pomp and ceremony, it turns out it's not really a PS3 reveal at all. There's no gameplay, no sexy new unit perched atop a podium. All we actually got was a mind-numbing lecture about the possibilities presented by the new Cell processor chip. Cue 15 minutes of dull PowerPoint slides, followed by dull graphs, followed by a picture of a woman holding a crouton, followed by this robot from IBM who is blatantly reading off sheets of paper. Listen carefully and you can even hear the runner turning the pages.
The development of Cell is for uses beyond games. Its supercomputer attributes will revolutionize computer technology for a new interactive world. As we gathered specialists from IBM, Toshiba, and Sony, we shared the same vision and dreams. The whole team is very excited about the project.
What is this?
Even though at times it seemed like an impossible journey, the incredible power of this world-class team overcame the largest challenges to meet the goals.
To counteract the stuffy boardroom presentation style of the PS3 reveal, Microsoft decided to go all top of the pops with their Xbox 360 reveal, presented by MTV and hosted by none other than Master Frodo himself, Elijah Wood.
You guys know how big gaming is, and now the time has come. You've waited long enough. I give you the future of gaming.
Future of gaming. I have to say, even the PS3 presentation was worse, but the PlayStation 3 did beat the system, I'm afraid. This was by far the worstest selling console from Wii, PS3, and this Xbox 360.
With loads of gameplay footage, snappy editing, and celebs aplenty helping to turn the Xbox from a console into some sort of rock Jesus, Microsoft definitely did a good job in whipping up gamers' excitement and enthusiasm for the console. I think they should get someone other than Ryan Cabrera to talk about games next time, though.
Well, this is a huge, huge night for Xbox. We've got Ryan here. We're going to talk about games.
Do it.
And you were saying...
I'm in.
Are you in?
I'm in. I'm invested.
Who actually is in?
Everybody here is in.
That's
obviously.
right.
In 2010, it was Nintendo's turn to once again excite the crowds with some jaw-dropping new tech, this time in the form of the 3DS. Reggie and Iwata jumped back on stage to announce it, but the real highlight came from Reggie's acting in this launch trailer.
What's going on? What's he doing there? Oh, this is funny, man. What the hell? That's Bowser! I burnt him all. Nintendo 3DS. Oh, the PS Vita. Oh, great.
And finally, in 2011, Sony decided to add some drama to their console announcements and showed the waiting crowds this VT announcing the PS Vita, which at that point still went by the codename NGP. Chock full of tension-building cinema sounds, high-definition close-ups of some buttons, and some handy notes on exactly what the system could do, it was basically just the same old Sony PowerPoint presentation, just this time with power levels of over 9,000.
Oh yeah!
So with all eyes on Sony tonight for their big reveal, make sure you follow Eurogamer on Twitter as we'll be live tweeting.
Sony
from the
PS
event
Vita
and
was pretty
bringing
good
you
machine
all
though
the
still.
need-to-know info as it emerges. Whether that be more boring graphs or a completely out of character Xbox 360 style Z-list celebrity pantomime. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel by clicking the annotation on screen though. We'll be among the first people to bring you PS4 video coverage in 2013 and you need to be here when we do.
Don't you worry about that. I'll be there every time. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. So that's good to see some other old consoles there and all that. And yeah, so there was this Nintendo, PlayStation, Super Nintendo console, which still one of them existed. It was a pretty good idea if they merged together. That'd be very interesting, but that didn't happen, did they? So they ended up just making their own consoles. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my information. Give a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.